Hello good people, welcome to another Memory Bites. So today I'm going to do something different. I've done lots of stuff on games so far, lots of pickups and stuff. So today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. So I'm a child of the 80s. I was born in 1978, so most of my childhood grew up in the 80s. And I was always a big fan of cartoons growing up, Saturday morning cartoons, after school cartoons. Cartoons like He-Man and Visionaries and Brave Star, Starcom, Mask, that was a good one. But by far my favourite was Transformers. So today I'm going to share a few of my Transformers Generation 1 memories. I don't want to cover all of Transformers. If I did, I'd be here all day. So I've got some stuff to show you. I've got some toys, obviously. Can't talk about Transformers and not talk about the toys. I've got some other merchandise as well. Not tons. So if I did my whole G1 collection, I would be here all day. And my Generation 1 collection isn't huge. I know a lot of people that have got much bigger collections than I have. Generation 1, I have about 30, maybe 40. But I know, like I said, a lot of people have got a lot more. But I'm just going to share some of my favourites, or some that might be a little bit different. Okay, so Transformers came out in 1985, I think. So I was 7 years old. I was already into lots of cars and planes and trains and guns, and like most 7-year-olds were then. So these guys turned into robots as well. So how would I not be a fan? So Christmas 1985, all I wanted was an Optimus Prime. That's all I wanted. Nothing else. That's all I wanted Father Christmas to bring me. He's just an Optimus Prime. And he did. He brought me an Optimus Prime. I must have been a very good boy that year. I got an Optimus Prime. And I played it to death. I loved it. Automatically. I mean, 7 years old. I ripped it straight open. Cardboard everywhere. I mean, if I could see myself now as a collector, I would be screaming at myself not to rip the box like that. But I did. And I played it to death. I loved Optimus Prime. And a few years later, I managed to get another one back again. It was in fairly poor condition, but over the years I've added to it. So, if I can find it, here it is. Here he is. And he's got a box as well. Now you can see it's not in great condition. It's in very played with condition. You've got the things here. Very bevel. I mean, I don't know how much this is worth. To be honest, I don't really care, because this is not going anywhere. And you can tell it's an original because it's got that horrible styrofoam. Yeah, this isn't an unboxing. This has been unboxed a lot. Sat on shelves throughout my childhood and so on. So there he is. He's still got his... This is not always got lost. First thing to get lost on this was always the fists. Always the hand. They always got lost first. And his gun as well. It's weird kind of... His gun, that's upside down. His gun. Now this doesn't have the instructions, so it's not a complete set. But what is here was something I forgot about actually. It actually came with this. It actually showed you how to take it out of the box. Yeah. Really. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot I had this. Oh my word. Sorry, it's this Devastator back there. The instructions for Devastator. I totally forgot I had them. What the hell are they doing in there? I used to get one of these because I bought this. Well, this was actually a present, but I got it in stages. I got each one in stages, so I got each Transformer separately. Now the instructions to transform it from robot to vehicle on the back of the card. But inside, it had one of these in every single one. How to transform it actually into Devastator. I had that. So it's also in this Optimus Prime. Was something that I've seen on eBay. Actually bumps the price up of these Transformers. If you try and buy a Transformer for eBay, it'll have what's called the... on the back of every Transformer, every Gen 1 Transformer anyway, was that there. Yeah, called the tech specs. And in every big boxed Transformer like this was the tech specs viewer. And all it was a red piece of plastic. Literally a red piece of plastic. And because it's just a piece of plastic, it always used to go missing. And I managed to find one. So this is an official one. I would tell it's an official. But anyway. It's literally just put it over there. You can see his view, his stats. The technology of the 80s. So what I also have in this little set was the catalogue. It always came with a little catalogue. The boxed ones anyway, came with a little catalogue of the available ones. Now this is the 1985 line. So this is the first wave, if you will, of the toys. So one side was a poster. And my original one of these was actually pinned to my bedroom wall. So I got another one. That just showed you what was available. Okay, now not a great deal. The first wave actually wasn't a lot. Now as you can tell by looking at the Decepticon ones, no Megatron. Now I can't actually remember Megatron being released in the UK. If it was, let me know. But I cannot remember ever seeing it in any catalogue, any toy store, shop window. Never. I don't actually remember him being released over here. So when I got the opportunity to, much later on, early 2000s actually, and I discovered the wonders of the internet, I actually ordered one from Japan. And here he is. I actually got the original, it's an encore edition, but you know. But it's the original Gun Megatron. But if I was to take this out into the street right now, I could get arrested. Because it hasn't got the little orange cap on the end of the barrel. So technically this is an illegal weapon over there. Because it's a pellet gun as well. It actually comes with little pellets that you can put in the top and fire. And because it's not got the orange cap on to say that it's a replica or a fake or a toy, if I took that out into the street and someone reported me for it, I could get arrested for having a Megatron. I even have a little Megatron up here. A recent one. There he is. He's even got the orange cap on the end of him there. So even these tiny little ones, because they look like a gun, they look like a weapon, even though it doesn't fire anything except your imagination, has an orange cap on it. So good to have those in the collection, especially my Optimus Prime. Love this guy. He's got everything in there. Yep. Put him down there. So, favourite Transformers. Well, Optimus Prime was the favourite. He was the one to get. But Dinobots. You can't have favourites without having Dinobots. Now, everyone, when the Dinobots came out, everyone wanted this guy. Grimlock. The T-Rex. Everyone's favourite dinosaur was a T-Rex, so they all really wanted this one. Mine wasn't. My favourite dinosaur when I was growing up was always a Stegosaurus, so I wanted Snarl. Which I got. I got it. There it is. There's Snarl. What else? Well, combiners. You can see I've got Devastator back there. And the combiners were, well, just what they think. That's what they sound like. Lots of smaller robots that can turn into a big one. And this was the first one that was released. This was really complex to put together. It had loads of accessories. If any of these little bits get missing, you can't do this. And I'm actually surprised it's still in good condition. But yeah, he's complete. He was bought separately in pieces, but yeah, he's in good condition. All the ones that came after this were usually 5 robots instead of 6. So you'd have a core one in the centre and then 4 that stick on his arms and legs. And the one that I have here is actually one that my big bro got me on Christmas 1988, if I remember rightly. It was, I think it was the first present he got me. Not sure if I can remember. But I still got it. And it's still complete. Well, he's complete. I lost all the little tiny weapons for the robots and stuff. He hasn't got his sword either. As you can look at, the hinges are really loose. I mean, this is... Gosh, it's been on for 30 years old now, so... Yeah. It's faded and it's in very well used condition. It's also in very well loved condition. I mean, half the time most of these are upstairs on a display, or as you can see behind me on the display as well. To be honest, about 2/3 of my collection look like this guy. As an example, this is Mirage. You can see he's got most of his stickers are missing. He's missing bits off him. The paint's all faded and stuff. Really loose hinges. So a lot of my collection is like that. But to me that just means they've been well looked after and played with. Well, not looked after, but played with. Well loved. That's the word I'm looking for. So, who else? Right. Well, certain Transformers didn't come out of this country, like I said. And the other one I couldn't find was Shockwave, who was a purple gun. But what I did find on my many hunts and travels throughout the years was this guy. And yeah, it's Shockwave, but it's a different colour. And his trigger is in a very unfortunate place. I am sorry, what were the designers thinking on that? Kids are meant to play with this. It's just... Look, look at this. Bad designing. Anyway, but... So this guy is... Well, I would call Shockwave. That's Shockwave. But if you look at his little sticker... He's actually from Radio Shack. And he's called Galactic Man. Galactic Man. So I can't remember this one ever being in the shops as well. It's like if they were released in this country under different manufacturers or by different names, then Hasbro just didn't release them. Another one that didn't get released in this country was the Dinobots, the pterodactyl. For a lot of UK collectors, he's like the holy grail of Transformers. Because they was never released him over here. I mean, they've since released Encore editions and stuff like that, but an original 1980s one, very hard to find in this country. And I mean, you can go on eBay, but you're looking in the very high hundreds. Even for a loose one. Excuse me. Okay. Some Transformers were also released through mail order. Especially if you collected the points. Let me see if there's any at the back of Optimus's box here, yeah. You had points in the back of the box. That down there before it falls apart. You cut them out, you fill a form in. Once you've got enough, you send them off, and they send you something back. I remember one of the things you could have got was a watch that actually transformed, and another few things were actually Transformers themselves. So 2 of them that you could have got in this country, might have been different in other countries, but in this country certainly, were these guys. 2 Decepticon cars. There was a black one, and I think it was the other one was silver. And Runabout and Runamuck, if I remember rightly. And they just pull back and go. So they're like jump starters. You pull them back, they go forward, and then they pop open, they transform. You couldn't get them in the shops. You couldn't just go into a shop and buy them. You had to get these through mail order. And definitely the watches, you had to get those ones through mail orders as well. So if you still got one, keep hold of it. I'm very jealous of you, but keep hold of it. Now you can probably say on these, on this, go back into the little catalogue. These guys, they call them strike planes on there. They're the Seekers. And something that Hasbro is very good at is a way of getting more money out of those parents because of their fanboy kids like I was. They take the same design, give it a different colour and a different name, and all of a sudden it's a different character. Basically it's the same design, different character. So those are the first three that came out. But my favourite of the Seeker Jets was actually out in the wave after this. And it's this guy. This guy right here. Thrust. Now there's a bit of a story behind this, why he's my favourite. He's my favourite because this is the one Transformer that my dad actually bought me. Yeah. The story goes, like anywhere, there goes his wing. That's how well played with it is. My dad, one day, was at the pub with my uncle. So you know, oh no, it's a good story if it starts at the pub. And one of his friends comes in and says, "Your boys collect Transformers, don't they?" Dad says yes. His friend says, "Well, I've got two spares that my boys don't want. Would you like them?" And Dad said, "Yeah." Brought them home to me and my bro, and they were Dirge, which is the Seeker with the orange wings, and Thrust. So he gave me first pick. I chose this guy. Didn't find out too much later. He's actually meant to be a conehead. So that's how he's meant to be. Which to me always looked like he's wearing a dunce's cap. So I always keep him like that. Coneheads. Mental. Okay. So after Generation 1 came Generation 2, which were basically the same but different colours. And then much later, 20 years on, so on the 20th anniversary of the Generation 1, so I'm not even going to get into Beast Wars, that's just another thing. On the 20th anniversary, they did reissues. They actually re-released some of the earlier ones, like a commemorative edition. So I got some of those here. And they were released in boxes like this. In the UK they were anyway. They released in like these boxes. So this one's Pro. And the good thing about these is they open up. It shows you those are all the other stuff that's available in the line. You can actually see them in there. So you don't have to open him up and look at it or transform. You can keep it nice in there. It's like a display. As you can tell, I've opened this up. I put all the decals on him and stuff. This was the UK. That's how we got them in this country. Now we only got, in the first wave, we only got those ones. So, not many. Not many. But over in Japan, they got a load more. So, again, using the wonder of the internet, I ordered some of the ones that I never got when I was a kid, or were never released in this country. Unfortunately, I didn't get a swoop. That was just way too much. But what I did get is another one I don't remember being out in this country. Blaster. These are great. I mean, they were numbered. This is what Japan got. They were numbered. This is number 21. There's no way I could have collected all of them. Way too much money. But when you got it, you had these like files. I mean, it's all in Japanese. I haven't got a clue what it says. Every single one come with a poster, and information on different Transformers. And you can put these in a binder. I'm sure in Japan they were selling binders for it. I mean, I never saw one, but I certainly never found one on the internet. But imagine having all these and then just tearing this out and keeping it in a binder. It's all quite different, isn't it? And again, it's got the display window and the actual Transformers inside it. I actually got a few of this kind of box because another one I always wanted when I was a kid. It was released over here. It was so popular it just sold out straight away. Soundwave. Now originally when Soundwave came out in this country, he was with Buzzsaw. And then you could get Frenzy and Laserbeak in the two pack. And then it was Ravage and Rumble in another pack. This edition, if I can just flip that, comes with Laserbeak. So, yeah, but happy to have it. That's that one. The other one I got was this, the Minibots. I love these Minibots. The main reason I got this is because I never had Power Glide. I had a lot of them. In fact, all my Minibots are in here. They actually fit in this one box. And what I loved about these Minibots is they were pocket money prices. So they were like £2 or £3 each, which was great when you were a little kid and you only got a little bit of money. So you could save up a couple of weeks and you got yourself a new Transformer. What's great about this one is in this set, Bumblebee has actually got the cartoon head. So there you go. It's a great set to have. So that was part 1 of my Transformers video. If you want to see part 2, just drop us a like and comment, or even better, subscribe, and I'll get it right up there. Till then, thank you. See you soon.